Hi Collective, welcome to my channel Crystal Shadow Work. Hi everyone. So this is going to be another full moon reading for the full moon of December 2022, the Gemini full moon. So I've done a couple different readings tonight within this energy, so feel free to take a look at any of the readings down below surrounding this reading, okay? And they're timeless readings as well. These are just the energies that I'm connecting with at this time. So I had to do a bunch of different little readings because I did a really big reading earlier today and the whole thing got corrupted. So I was upset. So I've been doing a bunch of different little readings so that doesn't happen again. And pulling different decks because I've got so many decks, right? That I can get so many messages. And you know, it's kind of perfect in a way because this Gemini energy is very scattered and sporadic. So, you know, it allows me to go through the tap into the different energies, right? So the major big influence that we have at this time is Mars in retrograde, because Mars conjuncting this Gemini full moon is really stirring up some things, right? So there could very much be some verbal confrontations. There can be a lot of heightened energy, very expressive. If you can find time to cool down before expressing yourself, you should, because this is going to be the time where you're going to say things you wish you shouldn't have. That you take a few minutes to process things, because see, Mars is about conflict and passion and taking action, and a lot of repressed rage could come out too. So it's one of these things, like if you get in this energy of starting to express yourself, you could really go overboard very quickly, right? And it's meant because you're supposed to be reflecting when these planets are in retrograde and really feeling the energies, but it's for you to release them, for you to be aware of them, for you to notice these patterns, these cycles, these situations, and to let them go. But that's supposed to be for you to do internally. So when you're getting this confrontational energy and in the chatty energy that we get from Gemini, that's what causes these verbal confrontations, right? So we just want to make sure that they don't get out of control. And mind you, that this energy, we start to feel it days before the full moon. It peaks on full moon night, and then we feel it for the next few days after. So we really do feel this full moon energy for a whole week, right? But of course, it's going to be very strong on full moon, and for the enlightenment, the guidance that you're getting. See, Gemini is that duality energy. You often see Gemini as the twins, right? Is because you are able to be here in the present, and but also getting divine guidance from the heavens, from the divine source spirit. So you're going to be getting a lot of enlightenment, right? And it's like those flashes of inspiration, of ways that you never seen things before. You're going to be getting like very quick, like those aha moments, those realizations. It's like somebody could say something to you and then all of a sudden you just get a thought or realization, and something makes sense. It's kind of like when you surrender things or you let go of situations that you just don't understand. It's like you could be getting that piece of information that allows you to fully understand why it happened, right? You could be getting news and information from unusual sources, and that's very beautiful. It happened to me a couple times today, actually. It was so awesome. Like just the people that I was connecting with today and receiving messages, I kind of felt like divine spirit source was working through people to deliver messages. So you're going to be getting messages and signs, synchronicities, symbols in unexpected ways. And that's really how the universe, the divine, and spirit love to give us messages, because then it's undeniable that it's from them, right? So very beautiful there. So you're going to be getting a lot of things. You're going to be having game-changing conversations for some of you. Just like out of the world ideas, opportunities are going to bring enlightenment and awareness. So it's really neat. I love the full moon energies so much because they bring in so much stuff, and the veil's the thinnest between us and the spiritual realm, right? So you can connect more with your spirit guides, ancestors, your angels, all of that. So they love to communicate with us through synchronicities, symbolisms, different things. Like I got so many different angel numbers within the reading I did. Like I still have it saved. Like the audio plays through, but the video doesn't. So I might pull all the channel messages out of it and the angel numbers that I got, and then do a separate reading where I deliver all of that, because that's really what upsets me. Like I can pull the same decks, and the energy's the same cards are going to come out, but it's the channeled messages and the synchronicities and the symbolisms within the reading, right, that I want to get back. But I'll probably put that together in another reading because I feel it's very significant, right? And it was my first reading too, so I was really upset because that's like when I really get the best channeled messages and stuff, I feel, right when I'm connecting with the energy, because I feel like the most important stuff comes out first. But they've been rerouting me tonight, so it's been very beautiful. So really with this energy, you just have to go with the flow. That's the biggest thing, right? You're going to be getting detours, blocks, right? They really want you to see the dual-sided perspective of things. That's why they want you to wait to react to, because you're going to be seeing like some other people's sides and perspectives, and to allow time for you to come up with your side and perspective before you take action. So I'd really take a little bit of time with some of the enlightenment, the information, the news that you receive around this full moon energy. Okay, so another big thing too is a big cycle could be closing out from the new moon that we had on May 30th of this year in Gemini, because this is a 6-month cycle with the new moon to full moon. So cycles and situations that were starting then, or seeds that you were planting around the end of May, are going to be coming into fruition and coming to close out. Fruition or closing out or whatever at this time. So you can look back, and this happens every year around the end of spring. Beginning of summer is when we have the new moon in Gemini, and around this time at the end of autumn going into winter is when we have the culmination of that cycle, right? And I kind of see my video starting to delay a little bit. So really it's the Mercury retrograde too. We're having a big influence because Mercury is actually going into Capricorn tonight. So we have a movement within our planet Mercury, and Mercury is going retrograde later at the end of this month. So it will be our last retrograde of the year. So, but we're not going to get into that energy yet. But I've been realizing that my words and things like that have been getting delayed and mixed up. And I think a lot of it's Mercury moving and Gemini. I have a lot of Gemini placements, so I really strongly feel this energy. I've been feeling it very much 48 hours ago. I was very sporadic, and I didn't even realize that the full moon was approaching because I've been having so much going on, and all of a sudden I looked up and I had seen him like, oh my gosh, the full moon's like almost here. And then I realized that it was Gemini's full moon. I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much more sense. So I really feel that things are just going to be sprung to you. Things are going to be getting brought up to you very quickly. You're going to have to be fast-paced. I've been seeing a lot of symbolisms within cheetahs, tigers, and lions a lot lately, which they're all representing leadership, but in different qualities in different ways. I'm getting for a lot of you that you're going to be able to change your perspective, or you're going to get perspectives in ways that you can change situations, alter them a little bit to have them work more better for you, because there's not all a one-size-fit-all type of like leader is the biggest message I was getting the other night. So you're going to be finding ways just to tweak and change things up just a little bit that are going to be very successful. That's what I'm saying. You're going to be having like game-changing conversations where it's like for some of you, maybe you were really pursuing something. And they brought me back to a message I got in the reading earlier, is I was using an example, like say somebody was like wanting to do something in like nonprofit, like they wanted to open up like a nonprofit organization or something, and it just wasn't working for them, and they were wanting to give it up, but their inspiration, their passion is for this. It's like you may be getting an idea of how like you could piggyback off of that idea, alter it a little bit, still pursue that, but in a completely different way, and it's going to be so much more big and beneficial, and it's going to be something that you're going to end up making like it's just way bigger than you ever anticipated it, because you're getting source, divine spirit, like their help. It's like they're putting their little magic touch on it, right? It's like, so a lot of things that weren't working before are going to be available to work for you at this time. So it's going to be a very magical time coming in. And this is so beautiful because coming into the end of the year, we're really feeling that push to close out cycles and start new. And we're feeling this liberated energy. The cycles that we've been having that have been happening since Scorpio season have really been intensifying on setting us free, getting us to feel our freedom, gaining our power back, feeling liberated. At the end of Age of Aquarius, that would make sense, right? That's what I mean. Everything is so synchronized and so set up. There's so much cosmic alignments and things that are happening. It's like this was like, it's so strategically organized and planned to help with the integration of this great, the great shift, whatever you call it, the great awakening to the 5D Christ consciousness. But I'm not going to get into that. I can do a whole reading on that. But anyway, it's all part of a land. Collectively, we are all starting to go towards our North Node, our divine life path and purpose. And when you start pursuing things that you're passionate about, things that you're excited about, things that you want to take that are going to bring you to new adventures and endeavors, you're raising your vibration. And that's when those opportunities start to become aware, for you to be able to pursue them, right? It's like any challenges, obstacles, blockages, so many of those are closing out at this time, because right after eclipse cycles is when a lot of these karmic cycles and situations close out. So a lot of you guys could have realized at the end of our eclipse cycle, which was the end of Libra season into Scorpio, you might have noticed a lot of things all of a sudden just falling off, not working, like losses of homes, jobs, cars, family members, friends, coworkers, a lot of these things that you would have normally not let go of, walked away from, or whatever that may be. You need to know that if it was not in alignment with your divine life path and purpose, it was being eclipsed out, because something is supposed to be eclipsed in. But see, what's been going on is ever since the loss or the letting go or getting guided away from these situations, you needed to level out. You needed to process the emotions, the feelings, let them go, release, get to this energy where you're balancing out, where you're ready to receive what's coming in. And a lot of that is so that way these opportunities, when they do come about, you're not going to be just turning them away, because you're going to be ready for them. It's like a lot of you needed a break to be able to level out before the next beginning and these things to start up, right? So, and it was also for any of you that were fighting that the universe's way of, making an intervention on your behalf, right? But it's really bringing you in alignment with your divine life path and purpose. That's why I love this time of the season. It is so beautiful right after Lionsgate, and I really feel these portal energies have been building. So much energy has been coming through these portals and building, and it's been happening in stages to level us up. Collectively, we are all starting to level up, and I started to feel this right after 8-8, and then 9-9, 10-10, 11-11. They've been more and more intense and amplified, and we are approaching the 12-12 energetic portal gateway. Like earlier in my reading, and I'm sure I'll show you guys again, all the decks I pulled, it was 4 or 5 decks. Every card was all my portal cards are coming out, and I was like, no, not yet. I'm not getting into this portal energy, because it is coming, and it is very significant. You guys could be seeing 12-12, and you should look up that angel number too, as I'm seeing it everywhere. I knew that 12-12 was something major, and I'm going to be doing lots of readings on those, and we're getting ready to approach 12-12 right now, so I'm going to call it out. 12-12. Like I said, it is so significant. So definitely, if you're not subscribed to my channel, you were guided to me for a reason. You should subscribe right now. Click the subscribe button. It's free to do so. You're going to be getting all of the notifications of my future uploads. So definitely take a look at those, because as you can see, when you're guided to my reading, you are meant for a reason. My readings alone, I've been told, can activate you, awaken you, align you. There's energetic coding within them that come through within certain card synchronicities through the messages. I have a lot of decks that I use that do portal activations within the cards, integrations, especially my Starseeds Lightworker readings, okay? And I've been revamping my channel and changing my description box and all of that. So if you guys are currently subscribed to me, you should check out my description box. It has changed. I've had it the same for the past 6 months. But like I said, this new energy, they're causing me to expand, and I was told that they were working together with me this morning, revamping everything and putting all the different things, because different things that they want me to put together. I work for Divine Source Spirit to give these messages to you. So, know that if you were guided to my channel, you very much are a chosen one. Starseed, Lightworker, Earth Angel, part of the 144,000 chosen ones that are here, that are meant to step into your power. And me being, I'm a gatekeeper. I work on these portals, these gateway energies. Those are the significant ones that I use very much. I do a lot of portal and gateway readings, and I get guided to a lot of decks that they want me to use for specific reasons, right? And I've told that this is going to be the time that everybody's going to be getting guided to the readings messages around the time that the chosen need to step up, need to activate, awaken, align, because we are setting the platform, we're raising the vibration, we are elevating. So it's making it easier for the collective to be able to align with these energies, because see, we're able to take these energies, transmute them, and keep our vibration high enough to be able to attain this 5D Christ consciousness energy. And the collective is struggling, everybody else struggles with that, because it's there's too much devil energy, and as we're rising, the devil energy is rising too, right? New levels, new devils, right? So we are actually leveling out the playing field so everybody can raise their vibration and elevate. And it's setting by example too. It's we are the leaders here. We are setting the platform. We're showing people, and we're showing them that we're doing things in the unusual ways, things that are very unorthodox, things that are just really like the wow factor. It's like so many of us are going to be rising into our positions of power where we're having leadership, and so many of you, like you might not even know that you're chosen, because a lot of you are not always like me, where you're a high priestess, a shaman, the oracle. Like that's everything that I am. I don't always say that because that's just, it's not for me. Like I don't want to put the titles out there, you know, like some do, and lead people away, because that's not what it's about. It's because I'm teaching you, I'm helping you guys awaken and align to your divinity, to your passions, okay? And just a minute, guys. So sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Okay, so you're going to be finding whatever it is for you. Like because see, when I talk a lot about my gifts, they might not be your gifts that you have, right? But you know, you will find what yours are. They will resonate with you. You will be guided to them. So I do a lot of different readings within the different abilities and skills that you can have. And before doing this reading, they guided me to get down the divination of the ancients and the channeled oracle messages, which I'm getting ready to use right after I get done with this download for you guys. And see, I already have all my full moon decks already pulled. I was just going to get into these decks, and they were like, nope, you're doing something else. So they took over this reading. All right, so anyway, I'm going to be talking about certain skills and abilities that you can have. Now, keep in mind, it's collective reading, so you just have to take what you feel resonates with you. When you feel as though something resonates with you, sorry guys, the other phone's going on. When you feel as though something resonates with you, you feel it within like your bones, your solar plexus. You feel it in your chakras, right? In your energy fields. It's more than just your mind, right? That's why I always say you trust, you know, what you feel. You know, that's what you'll hear me say a lot. Trust what you feel. And that's when you know that you're starting to trust your intuition and not just your mind. You basically have to undo and unteach everything that you've been taught to be able to awaken and align and fully align these chakras. And that's why a lot of my readings, they'll guide me to doing different vibrational frequencies, different colors, different things. That's why I never pay attention to the titles. I mean, look at them, but for guiding readings, but I mean, don't turn yourself away from a reading because if you see it say for a certain collective, but you're guided to the reading, watch that reading anyways, because there's something within it that's going to awaken or align you or activate something within you. And just take whatever you feel is for you. Because see, I put a lot of different labels down just because I've been trying to get into the different algorithms of YouTube and the different, but see, like they told me, you're trying too hard. Don't worry about it. Just do what you do. Right? So, oh my goodness, all these distractions, guys. Sorry. So anyway, watch whatever you feel guided to. Like it was cute. Like I was going to go and I was going to take down a bunch of my older readings and everything, because now I don't do just zodiac readings. I used to, every full moon and new moon, I would do the different collectives, even though I noticed a lot of the energies were going in alignment. And still, there'd be a little bit of a little different story. So I was going to take them all down, and like they guided me away from that. And then I got locked out and all of this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, fine, I won't take them down. So what I'm getting is, don't fight things. Really just go with them. And think, and like now I'm really glad that I didn't fight that and go and delete all of that, because I was given the download that those readings are going to be used for people in certain situations. They are going to be getting used, because I was getting too caught up in looking at the algorithms, trying to look at like how to make things work to get in places and stuff. And what I'm being told is that you need to not pay attention to that, because there's a lot of things that are trying to deter us. Like I've literally been watching like my views and my subscribers go up and down dramatically. Like it's like there's things messing with it, and so I know that there's I don't know what it is, but it's not accurate. There's things trying to mess it up or make it appear that way. I don't know. These are messages for some of you. Maybe some of you are small content creators. Some of you, if you know, could be other high priestesses or other people that feel as though you're an influencer and you want to start something. I guess those are messages for you. But what they brought me back to is that as being a chosen one, you have special gifts, talents, and abilities. And for some of you, it's literally just living your your passion. You pursuing what inspires you is what your mission is, because doing that, you don't even realize the amount of love that you're radiating, and you're raising the vibration. It's just like if you create something, right, and people love it, enjoy it, it's just like singers and songwriters, like, gosh, the feeling that I get when I feel real emotions and feelings, and we all do when we connect with the people that we love, that raises our elevation, right? And that raises the frequency of love. And that's really what it's about, is you're supposed to be here living the life of your dreams that you desire. And when you are pursuing your passions and your dreams, just everything aligns for you. You're fully living in your divine life path and purpose. And that's what we're trying to show people, that you don't have to live into this 3D matrix, that we're about breaking the matrix, right? So that's why we're going to be doing things in unusual ways. And there's going to be lots of people trying to stop us, especially the people that are envious of that. Because a lot of people are just envious because they're jealous. They don't understand that, we're like master manifestors and magicians, because we're meant to materialize and manifest whatever we desire as we're serving our divine life path and purpose. Like, everybody can do that, but you have to be, awake and aligned to that. You have to, you have to be ready. See, we know, because we're chosen, that we know the universal laws. We know that there's something within us to make this work, so we have a lot of divine protection and guidance. Like, you guys have so much divine protection, like, you don't even know. Like, there's so much stuff that blocks you, that you're protected from. That's why you may notice that things always seem to work out for you. It's always like it'll come down to the very last minute, and all of a sudden something intervenes, because that's how divine and source spirit like to do it. They like to let you know that they intervened for you. Right? But see, it's like people have noticed this, right? And people have seen that, and they think that it's not fair and things like that, but they don't understand that you're chosen, right? A lot of times it's family members that just don't understand it, because, they, being chosen, it's not something that runs in the family, so a lot of times it's siblings or parents or other the family members that are jealous or envy, because they're like, why do they always figure it out? Why do they always bounce back? Why do they get everything? Like, they don't understand it. And they don't understand that if you do something in the wrong, we are punished far more, because we know better. So other people get off easier. That's why you may have noticed, you probably learned from very early on that you can't ever get away with lying or deceiving or manipulating or using your powers, your gifts in the wrong way, because a lot of us, come down into very traumatic childhoods and things like that, and we're dark workers, right? Well, I know I was. I don't know everybody's story, but I was a dark worker before I became a light worker. And when I was a dark worker, I learned early on how powerful I was. And if I used something to manipulate, I learned right away. I was just like, whoa. So anyway, it balances itself out. It really does. So anyways, we're setting the path. Okay, so, wow. All right, Source, they took that over. So anyway, in the new readings, like, you're going to see the timestamps like I have in the description box now. So clearly I'm telling you right now, that's why I'm not in alignment with that, with timestamps that I've got up in the description box now. I will start to, but we just changed all of that today. All right. So, with the Gemini influence, okay, so communication, social connections, dual-sided perspectives. So as you're leveling up, you could be opening up to new social connections, new social circles. You could be getting communication in different types of ways. You're going to be getting out of the world. Yep, I already told you that. Conflict, passion, sexuality, action, repressed rage, all with this Mars influence. All right, so anyway, yeah, I'm going to get out of my notebooks. All right, so I'm sure I did enough. And like I said, I'm going to be putting together the reading with the channeled messages that I received and the gifts that I was talking about within that reading. So I don't know how I'm going to label that one yet. But like I said, feel whatever, you guys feel guided to. All right, so I hope that inspired you guys to know that that's why you might feel different. That's why certain people or situations you may have to let go of, because a lot of these karmic family members have been the ones creating the blocks for you and the self-doubt. Sometimes these people don't even do these things intentionally. It's like Source Divine Spirit knew if you always had somebody that was in competition with you, or making you feel down about your skills and your abilities, they could have been removed, because it is time. It's like there's no more waiting. It's time for the chosen to step in their platform. And it's like, it may seem kind of not fair to you to have to let go of certain people or situations, but if they're blocking you, they need to be removed. You're here on a much bigger mission and path, and you need to know that, yes, like you have your family here, but this is your 3D family. You know, a lot of you are Starseeds. You have a whole star family. You have, like, if you guys even knew how many people that you have protecting you, I mean, to all of the angels, like a league of angels you literally have, right? All of these angels, the spirit guides, a lot of you are working with Ascended Masters. I have a lot of Ascended Masters that I work with, gods and goddesses, to my star families. I call in the whole galactic realm. I work with many different elementals. I invoke their energy for protection and guidance within several realms. There is a lot of work that I'm doing. A lot of us are doing work when we sleep, when we're out and about, especially if you have Gemini placements. Like, I have very much been in the realms a lot lately. A lot of integrating, a lot of this energy, and me being a gatekeeper and a light keeper. I carry a lot of these codes within these gateways, and I'm anchoring energy and doing different things. So, you know, there's a lot that you're doing, whether you realize it or not, I guess is what I'm getting. And it's very important to get sleep, right? Because a lot of you do a lot of work, right? I seen a post, like, I should have shared it, about like angels. It's like you're an angel by day, you're a light warrior by night, because a lot of you are fighting off battles and things like that when you sleep. You could be waking up feeling as though, sometimes you wake up and you feel as though you were in a fight. Sometimes I will wake up and my hands just hurt so much, and I feel as though like something. So you are definitely a warrior at night. When you sleep, a lot of you are earth angels, and you know, we're warriors. You know, we came down here to battle these demons, these demonic energies, and we're under so much attack, and we're helping. But like I said, we have a lot of protection. So there's so many different people that you have around you. So you see what I mean? It's like they're all in place to protect you, to get you to serve your passion, your purpose. So these little people, you know, I mean, I shouldn't even say little people, but when one person is like holding you back from this, no, that's why Source is like, no, there's dramatic changes coming this. See, and it's like a lot of this was getting us ready for Age of Aquarius, right? And it's like, this is now more than ever so significant, because now it's like the shift has already started, right? I don't know what it was, but I started to feel this major change on 8/8, and then it was more intensified. That equinox, when that happened, it was on. It was like all of a sudden I went through a massive ascension, like multiple different awakenings at once. Like, I had to isolate myself because I didn't know like what was going on for a while. Like, there just so many changes were happening, and I felt as though I had nobody to talk to. Like, it was crazy because a lot of, like, I had to go find what was going on in the ascension symptoms. A lot of you could be going through those different things, especially like a lot of you are like quantum leaping and doing different things. And when you do that and you come out of it and like come back, you feel different, and different things like your balance being off, like your equilibrium and needing to balance out. And I'm not authorized to give legal or medical advice. So if you have anything going on, you feel as though you need to be checked out, you know, by a medical professional, definitely do. That's why I don't like to talk a lot about that. But like, you know, I very much did. I you know, I'm very connected. So I had to go to my divine for guidance. Like, what is going on? Do I need to go to the hospital? Like, what? like, so anyway, they gave me the guidance and all the ascension symptoms and all of that. But like I said, like, they wanted me to share a little bit of that, but I don't want to get into too much, because if you feel as though there's anything, it's basically like if you went to the doctor and they can't find anything wrong with you, but you still feel as though something's happening after you're waking up, or after you're getting downloads or messages and things like that, and you're awakened to this, that's why, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. All right, so did you see the time, the sand timer too? I didn't even show you guys when I was talking, but they're showing the time, what's it called, sand timer, because time is up. I told you, time is of the essence. It's like time is running out. It's like if you have this gift and you're chosen and you want to not waste this gift that you have, you being a chosen one. That's why, what do they say, like, many are chosen if you answer the call or something like that? Because there's a lot of us that have just not awakened, or it was too much, or abandoned the mission, or I don't know why they wouldn't, because, or just too much darkness, not coming out of the darkness. What would stop them from, but anyway. So if you have this passion, this gift, this ability, you know what this is. Something that makes you excited, something that, you know, you know, like if you knew that you had a very important life mission path, like I've known ever since I was little that I had a very important mission. I felt as though I needed to save the world. And then like I remember too, like and now that I've been initiated in and developing all of my shaman skills and abilities, it's led me to know that. That's why, like, when I was younger, I remember asking, like, my mother, like, why is there medicine? Why do the doctors cut people open? Like, why? Like, that's when I started to, you know, the way she'd look at me and stuff, because I just didn't understand it, because, you know, and now I understand that it's because I know the healing, that there's everything that we need already here to heal every single thing that's wrong with us. And sound healing is the new way, but there's so many herbs and crystals and, you know, all these different, everything is natural here, that it's not meant for us to be putting poisons and chemicals in our body. There's a sand timer again, see? And, you know, but it was those things like that, like, you know, I just knew that I was different from the rest, but that led me to start going down my path of self-discovery, right? So anyways, little things like that, like you'll just know. And like I said, it's often the black sheep, you know. That's why, though, as though you felt you're different from your family, because most of us chosen ones are starseeds, right? Because Earth put out a distress call years ago when Earth started to fall apart, and that's when us starseeds came from all these different star systems and incarnated here as starseeds to save this world, right? And that's why we understand how important it is that everything is interconnected within this universe, and it's very important to save Mother Gaia, to save Earth. And that's why we were all dispatched out, and that's why we're here helping. And we know the vibration of love, and we know that this 3D matrix within the world, it's all smoke and mirrors, that it's a corrupt system, right? And that, you know, it's not, we should never have been controlled here. It's not about money and material things. It's about spirituality. It's about love and light. It's about knowing that, you know, you are a spiritual being living the human experience. It was never supposed to be about separating us and forcing us to work and all of that stuff. That dreams are made to manifest, right? And that your thoughts do create your reality. So, but you need to retrain your brain, and you need to be opened up to knowing that you have these energy fields that run your body, not just your brain, not just what they lead us to, you know. Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that. All right, so they're showing me geomancy. Now, this is telling you to be patient. Like I told you, a lot of you guys, these situations are becoming available to you real soon. You're in the leveling out stage. A lot of these cycles are closing out, and on 12/12, that portal, when it opens up, a lot of these new opportunities are just going to fly open. You're going to be aligned with where you're meant to go. So you're being called to be patient right now, even if though it feels like everything may be falling apart for some of you guys and not working, is because you're being realigned with where you're supposed to be. So they just showed me this omen again, or non-demency. I don't know what that one is. Okay, so remember I said for some of you, you have these different type of divinational skills or abilities, right? Now, so if you don't feel that that's one of yours, then leave it out, because I'm not sure what either one of these are. They're not one of my skills or abilities, but they are for somebody that's going to come in alignment with this reading, right? Or it could also simply be the message within the card too, because each of these beautiful cards within this deck have a special message associated with them. And I told you very much they wanted you to know to have patience, and you know, and that time is of the essence. Now, this message, the divinationary meaning is, don't give up. There's no need to rush into anything. The universe is working in the background to bring about your desires. Keep a positive focus. All is in divine order. Maintain trust as you step through the unknown into your destiny. See, how beautiful is that? And of course, we would get the communication card, the dictionary, and this is about furthering your education and knowledge. Things that you feel guided to at this time, to research, to study. You need to do that. Okay, hydromancy, that's very beautiful. This is about scrying and water magic and seeing illusions through water and things like that. And like I said, you're going to be getting duality perspectives. Things are that may have looked one way, you're going to see a whole different way around it. And a lot of you too, if you have heightened psychic abilities and gifts, it's like when you have third eye activations and awakenings, it allows you to see things in different perspectives. Like for me, the best way that I can describe things is like I would have a thought, an idea, maybe a flash of a vision, but as I started to awaken and align my third eye, it's like I can see the same image picture, but now it's like I can rotate it. Basically, like I can see it from different angles, perspectives, and see more of the vision, more of like the thought with the clarity. And it's like when you have multiple different ways to see something, or it's like if, instead of just having the thought, now you have the thought, the sight, the feeling, the memory, maybe the hearing with it. You can't deny it then. That's what I mean. And that's the hardest thing, is sometimes it's like somebody will tell me something, or I'll ask a question, but then I'll get the vision, and then I'll get the thought, the vision, and all of this, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're lying to me. But then I still have to keep my composure and know that, okay, I just, got to go with the flow. And like I said, for some of you, I feel like they're tests too, because they want to make sure that you can be in control of your own energy, that you're not letting others affect your vibrational frequency, because that's really how you're going to harness a lot of your energy and shift over this 5D Christ consciousness energy, is when you can stay keeping your energy leveled and you're not letting others affect you. And I get it that a lot of this is very difficult and challenging, and seeing a lot of you, it's like Source, Divine, Spirit, they're keeping track of all of this, and they know what your triggers are, and they know who's doing it intentionally, who's not. And that's what I mean. Any of these people that cross the chosen one or deliberately mess with them, oh, are they getting karma? Let me tell you. All right. So, with the geomancy, it's saying don't give up, no need to rush anything. But I wanted to look into what it means, right? So the meaning is foresight by earth. It's from ancient Greece. It's a translation of the Arabic term for the science of sand. The art is thought to have traveled from the Middle East with the Arab merchants who brought esoteric knowledge from East Asia by the Silk Road. It is widely used in Africa and Europe until the 17th century. All right, so it was where they would track the sand, so it's very beautiful. Okay. Now, that could be a message for somebody. Some of you could have incarnations from that time. You could be an old souls. A lot of us are old souls and have had many incarnations. Like I said, some of you could have multiple missions. Like, I'm definitely here on a double mission. I say triple mission because I signed up for so much stuff. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I'm definitely a starseed. I've had a couple incarnations on different star systems as a starseed, and I've also an earth angel, because I have been to the divine light, to heaven, and I've incarnated back down here. So I'm an earth angel, I'm a starseed, and a light worker. And I've got a couple different jobs because there's so many different light workers, and I said, you know what, I want to be a grid worker. I want to work on the energetic gateways and portals and grids. I want to anchor the light codes within our planet, right? Because I want to travel. I want to go around to these different beautiful things. That's why I have so many dreams. Like, I want to go to the pyramids. There's so many different places that I want to go, and I know that some of the energetic codes within me are going to be anchored into the planet, right? So I promise to travel and do those sort of things, and I also want to be a teacher and a healer, right? So I know about the universal energies and stuff, so that's why I'm developing my shaman abilities and skills. And, on top of having all of the clairs and the psychic abilities and gifts, and I wanted to dabble and I wanted to teach you, right? And tarot, oracle, all of that stuff. That's when we have so many messages and stuff. So like I said, you could have many different skills and abilities, or maybe you just have one, maybe you just have a talent. Like I said, any of those things that I say. You know, like for the longest time, like I always knew I was a starseed, right? And then I got awakened later in life to about being an earth angel, because I didn't know that you could be a dark angel first and all of that, right? Because I was an empathic and I was absorbing so much toxic energy within my family, and I didn't know how to release it. So, once I found out how to release it and everything, it was like a game changer. And a lot of us you have certain triggers. It's like time. And a lot of you, like when you reach 30, if you have an awakening, then a lot of times it's massive awakening. So that's what happened for me. And I've heard that from a lot of people. It was right when I reached 30 is when I started to go through my massive awakening and started to align and stuff. And awakenings can take there's so many awakenings, so many different things. I mean, they're on different levels, skills, abilities, different things, depending on how much trauma you have to clear out from your chakras. And there's so many different things. Okay. So anyways, I'm starting to get chatty. So let's look at the Urnomancy. I don't even know what that is. I'm curious as to what it is. It says the ancient Romans released droves of pigeons, then inferred omens and signs from their patterns of flight. Taking this way, the augur interpreted the messages from the gods, learning whether or not they cast their favors. So they watch the behaviors of the birds. So that's why they're showing the window here. American Australians, Aboriginals, Polynesians. You guys could have incarnations of those ancestors, starseeds, from those times. This is 2 cards that are talking about very ancient practices. So what I'm getting is that a lot of you guys could have these. You could have been part of these things in past lives, right? So you have the abilities and skills. So I'm getting somebody's got some like very ancient knowledge, right? Beautiful. I'm getting that they told me a lot of the souls here, a lot of the chosen ones that are here at this time are from like the beginning of times, very ancient times, because you guys are needed at this time. And they just had me look down at the pyramids because you hold the blueprints to creating the new earth. Oh my gosh. And like some of you were definitely here around the time that the pyramids were being designed. Look at that. You see the pyramids in the background? And look at like the ancient coding around the set hourglass. I didn't even realize that till now. And look at the sun. Oh my gosh. This could be getting awakened to you guys. And it was kind of like at first look, like I've pulled this card quite a few times and I'm always like, oh yeah, it's the patient card, the sandglass, right? But I never have noticed the pyramids because the pyramids are kind of hidden behind the coating right here, see? But when I was in the middle of talking about how it feels though somebody is an ancient, they had me look down at the corner of my eye and I was like, oh my gosh, there's the pyramids. And that's why I stopped talking and I tell you. So very much, you guys have like ancient Egyptian incarnations. So a lot of you could have ancient ancestors too that are still with you, that are guiding you. Because a lot of you have these codes. Remember how I brought up too, I don't often bring up places that I want to travel and go, but I did in this reading. So it's significant. To me, it's a confirmation that yes, definitely I'm being called to go there. So I will be going there sometime. That's so beautiful. All right. So see, that's beautiful. See, there's all these little messages and synchronicities, but like I said, maybe you wanted to take a trip there, and then it's confirmation for you, like, oh my gosh, like I wanted to go there. You know, and pay attention. Like I feel I need to tell you guys this. So around the time, here's a quick little story. Around the time that I was starting to realize that, yeah, I very much have ancient Egyptian ancestors and stuff. I got to. I've been really drawn to Egyptian mythology, and I was really researching a lot, and I was getting into Isis and all of this stuff. And I was like, well, maybe it's just interesting me right now. Because a lot of times, a lot of different things will interest me and grab my attention. But this was really focusing me, right? Well, then all of a sudden, like, I had to go to the bank the next day. And I only had to, like, 5 o'clock to get to the bank or whatever. So I was like, I don't know why it ended up, but there was 2 banks that were close to my house. And I ended up picking the one to go further to my house. And I don't know why, or it was the closest one to, I don't know. Anyway, I was guided to this bank, and when I went to the bank, I found out that I couldn't take care of what I needed to. They had like no personal bankers available or whatever. And I remember thinking like, this isn't my normal bank, but I was guided to this one. Why was I guided here and then they can't even help me? This makes like no sense. And then it was like almost bank closing time. And I was like, I'm probably going to run out of time now. And I remember thinking, well, don't get upset. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm like, and even though you would think I was guided here to get the help, but I'm not, there's got to be another reason for being here. So then I started to just look around. And the bank was empty, mind you. And I'm like, because you know that sometimes you'll get guided to a certain place to run into somebody, right? And I was like, there's nobody here, so there's not a purpose. I'm like, well, maybe I was guided here to protect me, to block me from an accident, or, or something like that. But I was like, I don't know, but I'm not going to let it upset me because everything happens for a reason. And anyway, so as I was just getting ready to walk out the door, right? So I was looking at the door, and then I glanced over to my left, and I had seen right through perfectly at the angle I had to somebody's desk. And on their desk, they had a beautiful, like, glass acrylic of all of the pyramids. And I was like, oh my gosh. When I seen that and I felt the feeling that I did, it was like I knew that that was my confirmation that I am right on track on studying what I need to be. And that was confirmation. It's 45:45 on the clock when I say that. Look at that. Synchronicities, see? And when I seen that, it was one of those, I was like, it made my day. I love those little messages that I get. So sometimes it's symbolism or it's things like that. Or like I said, if you have, if you're a light worker, and you carry the energy and the codes, sometimes you're guided certain places just to heal and uplift people. And so it's like a lot of times you may be doing the work that you're not even realizing that you're doing. So be mindful when you get sent places. If you're being called to go somewhere, to travel, or you end up somewhere you don't even know why you're there, just pay attention because there could be hidden messages and signs and messages for you. But see, if I would have been mad, like I have been in the past, I've been mad when I get guided. I would have, in the past, old me would have been like, oh, why did I get guided to this bank? And now it blocked me from the bank. And then it could have ruined my night or whatever. But instead, it made my night, And, I don't think I made it to the bank or whatever. But anyway, maybe I did. I think I did get guided to another bank before it closed and it all worked out. But anyway, I just always remembered that. And then it inspired me, and I was like, I'm so going to get some. I didn't even know you could get the glass little, it had the hieroglyphics, carved it, everything, oh my gosh. So anyway, message that I thought to share, that chatty energy, right? But I feel it's significant for somebody, because for some of you, you're going to start to really pay attention to your synchronicities, and if you are interested about being a healer, or maybe you've always felt as though you're meant to be a natural healer and you want to look into shamanism or being a shaman or a medicine woman, medicine man, things like that. Maybe that's confirmation because I've thought to bring that up quite a few times. And I was going to say that is when is when you're really in tune to the universe and you know that the universe works with you. You know that we are a part of the universe is a part of us, that we are all one. And when you start looking to source, divine spirit, the universe, for answers, and you start to pay attention to symbolism like that, they give you more and more messages. And that was a big sign for me too when I was going through my initiation too, because they were testing me in my signs and messages, and are you being aware of what you're seeing? A lot of times your eyes will guide you to certain things to align you, to show you. It's like if you ever just seen something happen and you're like, did I just see that? It's like seeing somebody steal from you or seeing, something happen. They do that. Source, they send the energy your way. They have you see things. So don't dismiss things that get brought to your attention. They're showing you for a reason. And it's kind of like going against some of the gifts that you have when you turn them away. So be mindful of that, okay? So a lot of you guys are mystics. Look at that. You got the mystical card in the clouds. And I told you this is very big, illusions are going to be, the veil is going to be lifted. A lot of you guys are going to be unlocking things just so quickly. Things are going to change very dramatically for you. So in clouds, as you could be seeing messages and symbolisms within the clouds, I can already tell you that's aromancy. It's about cloud gazing. A big sign too is if you look up a lot to the clouds, to the stars, to the moons for answers and messages. That's a very ancient practice. But the message behind it is your imagination is key. What you are experiencing is real. Practice daily meditation. You are a spiritual teacher. Your guides are trying to tell you something important. Learn how to tune into the world of spirit. You are a natural psychic. Oh my gosh, like in that alignment with what I was saying. Pay attention to the messages in spirit. So for a lot of you, you're a natural psychic, right? Which I could have already told you I was, but like I said, I felt it. They gave me the card. It's either to confirm it for you or to show you that I know what I'm saying, or pay attention to the clouds too, right? All right, so flowers, fickle. The roses. I've been guided to roses and red lately too. Like I was literally like, I'm starting to pack up and go through things, and I pulled out my Valentine's Day stuff that I had. I don't know, isn't that cute? These are like Valentine's Day roses. I don't know if that's a message for somebody, but red's about passion and action and adventure and love. And now I see, look, even the baby breath, I think that's called, right? The little white flowers with the roses. To me, that's a synchronicity and a symbolism. I just put this on my desk like yesterday. So stop giving others the runaround. Make the first move. Be clear about what or whom you really want. Romance awaits. You are worthy of love. So that's the message here. So definitely the message here is that flowers were adored. The altars and the walkways of deities of the lands of ancient Babylon. Flowers were floated on the surface of the water and then used as a form of scrying. So another synchronicity with the scrying here. For centuries, those seek love have pulled daisy petals saying, he loves me not, till the last petal reveals the answer to the question. Beautiful. Yeah, there's daisies here too. Yeah, that's beautiful. You could look up those synchronicities too between the messages of daisies, roses, right? There's another message too around this card, and I normally go to the short divination meaning, but they told me to read the long one. So listen, if you have been playing games with someone's emotions, even your own, the flower card has come to ask you to make up your mind before you lose what could be a great relationship, possibly just exactly what you have been hoping for. Take stock of your behavior. Are you devoted 1 minute, then backing off the next, leaving things totally up in the air? Your lack of decisiveness is affecting others' happiness as well as your own. Now is the time to look at the root of the problem, which is fear. Ask yourself, what exactly are you scared of? Wow, that's the message here. See, for a lot of you, it's like the universe is not like uncertainty, and your thoughts create your reality. And when you have multiple options, you're not telling the universe what you want, so you're not going to manifest. And that's where a lot of people struggle with manifestation, is when you want something and you want to manifest something, you tell the universe what you desire, and you know that you're the co-creator. So it's like you tell them what you want, then you release it, and you let them co-create it and bring it in for you. But you can't back out on what you want, or you can't have inconsistencies. You're confusing them. You're not really going to get what you're trying to manifest. So for a lot of people, it's just you got to just be more direct with what you want, right? And a lot of times fear of that fear will step in and will mess you up. So let go of any fear, doubt. I'm getting, for a lot of you, they're showing me a lot of illusions. They're saying imagination, the clouds. That I'm getting just a lot of you, you need to be more, you need to think about what you want to release and let go of with this energy, with this full moon. This is a big time for closing cycles out, right? Look, a lot of you, like, you may be getting called to take a gamble, to the dice card, right? Take a chance. We already seen the black cat again. Good luck. I've been getting good luck coming out multiple cards. This is definitely the time the universe is working with you. Yep. Very strong alchemy here. The alchemist here. We got spells. Let's look at the alchemy card. Wow. 5333. Another angel number. And I'm going to have to close out this reading, I guess, after Divination of the Ancients. I'll do a few channel messages, and that's going to be it for this reading. So there is a time of great transformation. All is turning out beautifully. You have the power to change a situation. Believe your self-worth. Have positive expectations. You have the ability to succeed. Your pure intentions are key here. Wow, that's beautiful. So I don't think I need to clarify what spells are, but some of you could have different pagan, Celtic, druidry. I know I have in my bloodline, my family. So it could have been witches. In the past, herbalists. I'm getting, just because you hear witch, it could have been white magic. I know that's what I work with here. Yeah, as I say that, by combining intentions, herbs, magic tools, and crystal potions, along with magic skills and abilities, you can awaken the esoteric knowledge of the ancient arts. It's working with white magic, Beautiful. Okay. So there, I'll read the long meaning for this one too. So it says, something you hold dear, a relationship, a job, an interest, or an object, or even yourself, will transform mysteriously into something even more precious to you. The spell card indicates that you are starting to discover the possibilities the art of transformation offers you. Possibilities you haven't even realized were out there. As you learn more, you will find your needs change, and the kind of evolution takes place where you will find your desire only what is best for yourself. You have the Midas touch right now. Your standards and expectations become so pure at whatever you touch turns to metaphoric gold. You will be supported in gaining a new sense of self-worth, which will draw all that you deserve and desire directly to you. Whoa, that is so powerful. Oh my goodness. 5551 I just seen is another angel message. So definitely this is about taking a chance, taking a risk. Wow. That's powerful, right? Do you see how that's in alignment with the energies of the full moon, of the messages I was giving you in the beginning? That's what I mean. This is a very beautiful deck. It's one of the first oracle decks that I got to. And I don't always pull it because I have to always look in the book to get the meanings, because each card is so beautiful. I've got so many oracle decks, see, and I can't remember the special meanings when I look at the cards because it's just the ancient practice, but I felt very guided to use this tonight. So definitely that's to let you guys know you've got a lot of ancient knowledge. You may feel as though you may have been told that you're an old soul or that you carry this ancient knowledge and stuff, because you guys do. So that's what I mean, having that, and you're able to tap into that energy and guidance and messages and use those. You guys are very powerful. Wow. Alright, so let's put some messages. This is a beautiful deck too. Channeled oracle messages. It was another one. I think I got these around the same time. Very beautiful. I've been seeing dragonflies today and orange butterflies. So many of them, very big, beautiful ones. So you could look those up too, as I felt to call those out. Look, the trees. And this talks about druidry and getting tree wisdom. See? Somebody very much has some, that talks about like that, herbs and spices and all of that for healing. And as I say that, healer, and look at the orange butterfly, see? The source is so cute. Thank you. So you guys very much are a healer. Here's your confirmation. You guys could heal people simply by being around them. Like I said, it's your energy that they feel. People feel better just being in your presence. A lot of you are empathic too. You're empaths. So be mindful if you feel depleted and drained. A lot of times it might not be your energy. So do things to cleanse yourself. Water. It's a very beautiful cleansing source. Working with crystals too. I've got no crystals tonight too. This is like my first reading where I've got none. Nowhere. Because I have them all outside right now charging under the moon. Normally I leave some and then I go put them out there later. But tonight I was like, nope, I'm going to forget or something. And time got away from me. So they're all out there right now. So anyway, I feel like naked. Got like no crystals, but anyway, so they gave me release the past too. So it's a message from you, like cleanse your crystals. Remember to cleanse your crystals, your space. Working with crystals can be very healing, cleansing, but you have to remember to cleanse them too, because if you don't, they can be chaotic. Release the past. So anything in the past holding you back, it's not in alignment with your path now. Here's writers. Some of you are meant to write something, create something. Some of you, it's your life experiences. They want you to share your stories, what you've been through. Some of you are very creative too. Maybe some of you can put down some of that ancient knowledge you can tap into when you awaken some of these gifts. There showed me quiet time now twice too. So this is definitely a time where they want you to spend it alone, because spending some time to quiet your mind is going to unlock these gifts, and spending it in nature outside, you could definitely get some tree wisdom, because a lot of times you need to get away from the chaotic energies that get trapped within our home, within all the electronics and all of that stuff. Yeah, they want you to ground yourself. Definitely getting outside, outdoors in nature is going to be very grounding. Walk around outside barefoot. Ground yourself with Mother Gaia. Pay attention to signs and messages that you're seeing. Oh, look, it's washing it out. It's so bright. See, they're saying pay attention to signs like I've been telling you guys. This is definitely a time for change. And look, another beautiful orange butterfly. Actually, he looks more red. Yeah, red. Oh, another symbolism too is I had a frog in my house tonight. And my cat brought it in, and it was so sad. I had heard the frog cry. I didn't even know that frogs could cry because he was scared, I guess. And then we had to go rescue him and everything and stuff. So I don't know if that's a message or somebody. But I think if frogs come in your house, they're good luck. But I don't know what it means if you're a cat, if an animal brings it in. Like, I'm going to need to look that up. Because when you see these signs, pay attention to what else is going around you. Sometimes the symbolism that's going on is in owls, too. We were hearing owls while we were having dinner tonight. It was cute. We were eating out on our patio, and I had heard a couple owls. So owl symbolism. But see, you pay attention to those things, because you can look up the different divination meanings. And it's just like say you see a cat or a dog, pay attention to what breed it is, what colors you see, what were they doing at that time. Look, they're showing mirrors. To me, that's scrying mirror magic too. Be mindful of what you feel inside. That's a reflection of your outer world, as within, so without. That's why it's really important to release. Look at all those ones. It was 1 1 1 1 1, or 4 ones, right? Because I'm at an hour. Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna have to call this reading. Look at that energy, and love never dies. Beautiful. And the child within. Yes, definitely go after your passions at this time. Alright, so hopefully this reading uploads perfectly, but I think it will. I didn't have any interruptions, and it kind of looked like I only had one glitch there with the reading. So, alright guys, I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely do an energy exchange with me. Like the video, subscribe, because any interaction that you do does an energy exchange with me. The more that you watch me, the more I feel your energy. Know that. And that if you're guided to me, it was for a reason. So, love and light to all of you. Definitely embrace this beautiful energy for this gathering. You're going to be coming together with like-minded souls. As you elevate and rise, you attract people on your energetic frequency. So for some of you, some of these low vibrational people too were holding you back from attracting who you were meant to, right? Because you can't integrate with high energy when you're of low energy. So it's kind of like sometimes it's just the people around you that are blocking your new opportunities and experiences. And you know what? Divine Source and Spirit was like, you know what? They're being too sweet, too nice, whatever it may be. Like, it's time that they move along, because, this chosen one has got a much bigger path, mission, and it's time for them to serve it. So they're going to remove. And sometimes, people just have to be removed so they can be healed and level up, and then they can come back into your life, right? So it doesn't always mean forever, okay? So keep that in mind, like teacher. So a lot of you are being called to be a spiritual teacher, healer, right? So yeah, and clairaudient, they're showing me. And that you can definitely ask for guidance and assistance whenever you need help, right? If you want to know more of what your gifts are. But be mindful when you ask, pay attention to signs, messages that you see. Because a lot of times they'll give you those angel numbers, those synchronicities, symbolisms, messages, or maybe get guided to certain readings and get answers. But a lot of you can very much probably hear your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, because clairaudience is very strong here. So, all right, guys, leaving the reading here. Love and light to all of you. Bye, guys.